What's good? I'm Caleb, and in today's video we're going to be talking about 12 ways to save money on Christmas shopping. Now before I get started, quick shout out to the Home Jobs by Mom online blog for featuring one of my videos on one of their articles the other week about escaping the paycheck to paycheck life. So if you want to take a look at the article, I'll leave a link to it down below. Now let's begin. Now the first tip on saving money when you're Christmas shopping is first, before anything, you need to assess your gift giving philosophy. So what does this mean? Do you hope to get really good gifts? Do you hope to impress others with how much you spent on them? Are you feeling obligated to buy stuff for specific people? You need to be honest with yourself and ask why you're actually buying these gifts, because if you're not financially prepared to get everyone a jaw-dropping gift, don't put yourself in a money hole just to impress other people. Only get what you can afford, and remember, the holiday spirit doesn't have to be such a materialistic thing. Tip number 2, you need to budget and track your spending. Now this one is pretty obvious, but you should also be writing these things down. You should see what you can afford and price check all of your gift options first, and if you don't have enough money, decide what the top items are that you can afford, and don't go outside your comfort zone. Don't go broke balling out for all your friends, because everyone's situation is different and you should never judge your gifts by the price in the first place. So just budget everything out, have it planned, and stick to it, or cut things out that aren't the most important. Tip number 3 is you could choose time over money. Now everyone's heard the saying that it's the thought that counts, so you don't always have to go and spend money or give gifts to enjoy the holidays with your friends and family. You can save money by being intentional about being together instead. So for some people, quality time is actually one of the best gifts you can give, and spending quality time with those you care about, of course, is totally free. At the end of the day, giving gifts isn't the only way to express love and care for your friends and family during the holidays. Now tip number 4, start shopping early. Don't wait for Black Friday to start shopping. Have your eyes open for stuff during the whole year. This can spread out your spending so it doesn't have to happen all at once, and this can also mean less competition and less things being sold out when you go to buy stuff. So according to this article, the average person spends almost $1,000 on gifts, holiday items, decorations, and food during the holidays. So is there any of that you could buy earlier in the year? Tip number 5 is to get the good sales. So if you already have a list of things, keep an eye out for sales too. If you're looking at a new TV or a game system in July, for example, then write it down and see if anything goes on sale in the months leading up to December. Many things go on sale starting in mid-October to early November, and you don't always need to buy a gift the first time you see it. Now this all depends on the item, and it might not be a good idea to wait if it won't be in stock later on, but for most things, especially electronics, sales happen all the time and your patience could quite literally pay off. Tip number 6 is to price check things online first. So do you see something in stores that would make the perfect gift? Well, do a quick search online to see if you can get it at a cheaper price. I do this myself with most purchases anyway, and a lot of the times Amazon will have the same exact item for 50 to 80% of the original price. Sometimes the online store for the one you're actually standing in right now has it for a cheaper price too. So just take a second to do a quick search while you're standing in the aisle, and this could easily save you a lot of money. Tip number 7 is to combine your orders. So I actually made this mistake the other day. I bought something online, I checked out, then I realized that there's other stuff in the same shop that I meant to get too. So this means that I now have to pay double shipping costs, and to make things worse, it's shipping internationally. So luckily I was able to contact the seller and figure it out, but paying additional shipping is a complete waste of money. Stores sometimes even have discounts for buying a minimum dollar amount, so if you're unsure about if you'll get something else or not, just add it to your cart, save it for later, and wait to check out until you're absolutely sure that there's nothing else. Tip number 8 is to go in on a group gift. So for example, do you want to get something for your mom or dad? You could ask your sibling to help. If you want to get something for your friend, ask a mutual friend to help. Do you want to get something for your sports coach or your school teacher or your coworker? Ask other people to help out and throw down on the gift. I did this one time with one of my best friends. We wanted to get him a starter home studio setup, so I bought the mic and the headphones, a friend bought the interface, another friend bought the microphone stand, and it's really just a lot of fun to involve other people in things like this. After all, sharing the excitement of gifts with others is what makes it fun. Tip number 9 is to re-gift old items you already have. Now I think this way of gift giving gets a bad reputation, but honestly, if you have an item that you don't want and it's in great condition, and your friend has been talking about how bad they wish they had that thing all year long, then consider it an option for a gift. If you know your friend wants it or could benefit more from having it, then why not? Not saying to use this as an excuse to get rid of your junk, but if you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone and the gift is of quality, then go for it. Tip number 10 is to avoid the mall. So last year, according to another article, Americans dropped a whopping $730 billion on holiday spending. So companies companies are competing for your dollars like crazy during this time, and the mall is full of these sales-driven companies, full of high prices and annoying kiosk salespeople, and if the mall is the only option for certain items, then whatever, I get it, but if you can find an outlet store or a standalone location, you're not only going to find cheaper prices, most likely, but also less competition too. Avoid the packed crowds of people in these tiny little mall shops, and once again, try looking online first. Tip number 11 is to chill out on the traditions. Now, are you one of those people who always gives cards to every single person in your life every year during Christmas? Are you one of those people who takes the entire family out to a super expensive dinner that's 45 minutes away? Maybe you can do something more simple this year. I'm not saying to skip decorating the tree and putting the lights up and stuff like that, and I'm not saying to drop all traditions. I'm just saying to maybe reconsider the ones that are a giant money pit. Get a smaller tree, eat at home, or give digital cards instead. These are all ways to save more money, and that gets you more money for actual gifts too. Tip number 12, and this is actually my favorite tip, is to make your own gifts. So are you someone who's artistically talented? Can you draw, paint, or make anything handmade? Because this can be one of the best ways to save money and give a one-of-a-kind gift at the same time. I used to make duct tape wallets a lot when I was a kid, and this is what I'd always do during the Christmas season. And still to this day, if I'm tight on money or don't know what to give, I'll just make something artsy or handmade. And a lot of the times, this can be the most meaningful gift too. So here's an example of something I made for my girl a couple years ago, and it ended up being her favorite gift, and it was by far the least expensive. And she actually does this too, because she can crochet clothing and stuffed animals, and these all make excellent gifts for the right people. Just remember, when you're doing your holiday shopping and spending time with friends and family for the holidays, it's not always about money and gifts. It's really about having fun, spending time together, and making great memories with those that you love. So I hope that these 12 tips can save you a lot of money this year, and if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like down below, and if you want to see more weekly content just like this, hit that big fat red subscribe button down below as well with a little notification bell next to it. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.